Oh, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry I'm late. I know I said 12:30, but when you're working a little bit on Friday, I usually have half a days on Friday. And so I figured I'd just come on here and you know, give you a preview prediction video, shoot shit with you for a little bit on my lunch break here. And then I'm gonna get ready to go to the gym after this. But anyways, um good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, wherever you may be, wherever you're watching. Thank you so much for joining the live stream today. Also, make sure you pound that like button as you come in. Subscribe to the channel if you love what I put out there. Love come in to join the live streams. Also, always this Sunday will be live for the 49ers game. No matter what happens, I will still be watching it and be on the live stream. Also, definitely go check out the link down in my description. Go check out the betusa.com. That is the sponsorship of today's video. Go check them out. The link is down in the description. 125% sign up bonus on your first deposit. So, take $100 and take 125% of that, and they'll match it. And then also use promo code Pantherology for some free money to bet with. So nothing wrong with that, right? Free money. Anyways, before we get into today's video, is also you can show your support through the CashApp, which is coming across the screen. It's also in the description. You can also get in that super chat. Also get in the comment section among yourselves while we're going through this preview and prediction video preview and prediction that I'm going to give you guys. I'm going to get through the comments here first. Stephen Lilly says DJ Samuel going to show up this week. I hope they use him like Debo. I want to see more of that. The problem is will we see that? I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. Yes. And then good morning, everyone else. Thank you, Team G, for joining the live. Stephen Lilly, thank you so much as well for joining the live stream, guys. Both of you, thank you for the support as always. So anyways, let's go ahead. This week's showdown between the Carolina Panthers and San Francisco. So let's break it down. We know the sentiments in Bank of America didn't last. Those happy sentiments didn't last long due to the fact that we lost to those Arizona Cardinals last week. I know that a lot of people are frustrated just as well as I am. And I get it, I get it. It's what it is. This is where we are. It's unfortunate, but we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens this week. I will, as I'm going through this preview about it. Now, I do want to kind of go over some stats with you here. We also have some injury reports to go over as well. Let's go through the injury report before I go into the preview. As of right now, the Carolina Panthers, preparing for the San Francisco 49ers, there is some injury reports that are kind of obviously aren't good. Looks like who did not practice, Laviska Shenault did not practice. He's still dealing with his hamstring issue. So that's not good. An offensive weapons out. Corner, Stanley Thomas Oliver III, his thigh, he's still out. Xavier Woods, hamstring, he's questionable. Steven Sullivan, he's out with a back injury. Frankie Louvu's shoulder is questionable. But from what I know right now, Shaq Thompson was in full pads as well as Marquise Haynes. But Marquise Haynes is still questionable. And as of right now for Shaq Thompson, there's no game status upon him. Now, so those are the injury reports as of right now. Tyler D says this game may end up 9-3. 49ers offense hasn't been too explosive. They've had their moments. Yes. But we know where we are. So like I said, We know the happy sentiments at Bank of America Stadium did not last long as we got defeated to the Arizona Cardinals last week, 26-16. Now we're at 1-3, and head coach Matt Rule, of course, is in another must-win situation. I mean, at this point, going into the season, I think every game for Matt Rule was a must-win, in my opinion. Now, I know that earlier this week, Matt Rule stated that the coach and the team owner, David Tepper, had no talks about his job security, so which is interesting for me to hear. Now, the San Francisco 49ers, as of right now, are rated as the league's best defense as of right now. They are going to make it difficult to keep that seat cool for Matt Rule and this team. Now, the question I have for y'all as my viewers and everybody that's coming in, can Carolina's offense finally get it going? Or will we see a lot of what we've already seen and what we're expecting to see? This excuse me. This weekend or this Sunday. All right. So let's get started. Let's go through the numbers here. Now, Carolina stats. The total points, total yards per game as of right now, we're averaging around 262.3 yards per game. And San Francisco's defense is allowing 234 total yards per game. Rushing yards per game for us right now, it's 96.3 yards per game, and they're allowing, as of right now, 73 yards rushing per game. Now, rushing yards per attempt, we're averaging around 4.4 yards, and San Francisco is only allowing 2.8 yards per carry. Passing yards per game right now, we're only averaging around 166 passing yards. And San Francisco is allowing only 161. Now, our offensive line so far has allowed 7 sacks. San Francisco this year has had 15 sacks. Our third down efficiency is absolutely god-awful. We are at 25.5. And their percentage of allowing third downs is around 32.1%. And then points per game, we're at 19.5, which is god-awful as well, not even average. And they're allowing 11.5 points per game. So the question is, can the Carolina Panthers get this offense going? Is this where we finally actually get this offense going? I don't know. We'll see Sunday, But, the problem is that the batted balls at the line of scrimmage have been just a huge issue for this offense in Baker Mayfield. And then the Cardinals intercepted 3 passes last week, which brings the total batted balls to this year for Baker Mayfield is 11, which he is the league leader as of right now. Now, last week, the Panthers only snapped the ball about 52 times. When you add 3 balls swatted at the line and 3 turnovers, you're not giving yourself any chance to win that game, right? Unfortunately, that problem may resurface again, especially when you're facing perhaps the top defense in the National Football League, and you've got Nick Bosa, who has 14 QB pressures in the Rams win on Monday. And then, of course, he'll be joined by Eric Armstead and Javon Kinlaw. Go Gamecocks. Javon Kinlaw is a monster among men. For us to be successful, though, the Panthers, I think, will need to find ways to get the ball to Christian McCaffrey. All right, that's number one. Now, in the defeat to Arizona, Christian McCaffrey had 8 carries, which is not a winning recipe, especially for this offense. So yeah, I mean, you just got to get the ball to your playmakers, PN Gaming says L, and with Baker, hell no. I guess that's to the question that I was asking everyone. And I mean, right now, I mean, we probably look like a bunch of eye candy for these 49ers. And that's the best way I can put it together or put it in words to that makes sense, right? I mean, all week to that's that's the phrase that has been, I think, banded about the place all week to describe the 49ers offense. Now, all of the pre-snap action as well as misdirections and linemen pulling throughout the play can provide a very bad image for the defenders. It's going to be tough for us. Now, defensive coordinator Phil Snow loves Kyle, apparently just loves the style of Kyle Shanahan's offense. I guess he was talking about how he respects Kyle Shanahan and whatever, but apparently he's not very concerned about it. And then Brian Burns and linebacker Shaq Thompson spoke about the 49ers defense or offense, and basically said that Phil Snow said that he does a great job offensively, not only running the ball, but throwing the ball. The whole offense is tough to defend. He had great success over the years. There's a lot of shifting and motion, but we're pros, and we'll see that every week. So hopefully we've matured enough that most of that stuff won't bother us. And then Brian Burns came out, and there was an interview about Shaq Thompson. I took this quote from both of them. This is about the San Francisco's offense. They get you going and they run the other way. At the end of the day, it either turns into a 2-by-2 formation or a 3-by-1 formation. Thompson explained that you just got to understand the offense and the Shanahan family and all that stuff that they like to do. They do all these jets and motions to get you going and get you bumping, and then they'll run you the other way. You got to get to your gap fast. You got to line up and got to play ball. And then Brian Burns said it's tough with all the movements. They move before and during the play, so it's a lot of things going on. It's tough, but you can't ignore it because you could be out of position if they see you're not going back with something when they'll expose you. So you kind of have to honor it. So, and in addition to that, I mean, the IPL to this 49ers offense and the excellent job they do rotating their top three offensive weapons, which is Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and then Kyle Juszczyk, which of each of them is basically the potential guy that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to go to on any given drive, right? So, we'll see. In a week when the Panthers play the most versatile weapons like Deebo Samuel, they'll be missing their own Swiss Army knife, which is Jeremy Chin, unfortunately, and who was placed on injury reserve with a hamstring injury this Wednesday. Justin Burris, a safety who started 18 games for Carolina over the last two seasons, has signed off the practice squad by the Panthers. At safety, Miles Hartsfield and Sean Chandler will also be considered. So that's my preview as of right now. Let's go over the 49ers offense real quick. Now, the 49ers offense as of right now, they're averaging around 324 yards per game. The Carolina Panthers are allowing a total of 346 yards per game. The rushing yards per game, it's around 135. We're allowing around 134. Rushing yards per attempt is 4.4. We're allowing 4.1. Passing yards per game is 189.3. We're allowing 212. Sacks allowed. They've only allowed, it looks like one sack, or it's either one sack or seven. I might not be looking at that correctly. But it looks like just one sack, but I could totally be wrong. I'm going to see how many sacks. Okay, 7 sacks. All right, so they've allowed 7 sacks this year. Okay. All right, that's my fault. I was reading that wrong. All right, so it's a lot. They've allowed 7 sacks this year. And we've only had 5 sacks from a defensive standpoint total. 5 sacks this year. Now their third down efficiency is 31%, which means they're only getting 31% of their, third downs. And we're only allowing 39% of third downs. Now, the points per game for them is around 17. All right, they're only averaging around 17 points per game, and we are allowing 21. So, it is what it is. We're gonna see what happens Sunday, guys. Make sure you pound that like button. There's only 4 likes. Let's go. Come on, let's amp this up. The more we like, the more we can grow this family. That's what I'm trying to do here. So that is my week. That's my week 5 preview for this game. I kind of did that with the enemy analysis. It's kind of the same thing, but I kind of went into a little bit more of what we can actually see from these guys more than what I was going over. Now, I'm open. Basically, what I'm going to think is going to happen here is I think that it sucks because Jeremy Chin's out, so our defense is hurting on that. Offensively, we just still haven't been able to get the ball moving. If I have to give a final score prediction, I'm going to go 49ers in this game. I think the 49ers are going to beat us. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I think that it's going to be something around 24. I think it's going to be 24 to 13. Unless some miracle happens that this team decides to actually finally show up, against if this offense actually shows up and actually can actually get some scoring drives, there could be some this could be an actual decently good game to watch. I don't know if that's going to be it, but oh man, what a day. It's Friday. Happy Friday to everyone. Hopefully there's 12 people in here. How many likes we got on the channel? We only got 6 likes. Come on, guys. There's 12 people watching. Pound that like button as you're coming in. We're just talking about the preview for this game. Apparently Steve Smith did go today. He said that the Panthers said something about that the Panthers are facing their toughest opponent yet. Of course, because they're going against the new number 1 defense. And he said, seeing how the assignment is to make a bold prediction, you already know where I'm going here. It might be a pipe dream for a team that ranks dead last in total offense and bottom half in defense. But I think Carolina is up to the task and wins in its second game in 3 weeks. I mean, if that happens, I would literally, I might shit my pants. Because at this point, I'm not too sure about that. I'm trying to go through and see if anybody else is saying, it's crazy to think about because despite trading for Baker Mayfield this past offseason, the Panthers still have the worst offense in terms of yardage. And then now we're putting up only 262 yards per game. And then because we had it after having a disappointing 2021 season with offensive coordinator Joe Brady and Sam Darnold leading the offense, think about it. We tried to turn things around, picking up Mayfield, who we thought was going to be, who seemed like the best available option, I guess, at the time. But we have all these weapons like Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. now defensively, you got Frankie Louvu, Jeremy Chin, Brian Bird, Shaq Thompson. I'll even throw Derek Brown in there. It's just that this team as a whole hasn't played consistently on either side of the ball. Obviously, I think it's Mayfield's inconsistency that has been the big part of the offensive inconsistencies. As we all know, he's thrown under 50% completion in 2 games. It's only thrown over for 200 yards once this season. Really not much of an upgrade in my opinion, obviously. And then while you had the 49ers putting together a complete game this past Monday, and then offensively they drove down the field, also created a few big plays with the defense. And they held the reigning Super Bowl champs to 9 points on 3 field goals. So obviously the 49ers defense has excelled this season, ranks numbers, and like I said, number 1 defense in points allowed, number 2 in rushing yards, passing yards, and total yards allowed. That, and then another thing, the guy we got to watch out for is Talanoa Hufanga. I think he's the safety for the 49ers. He has emerged that secondary a lot. A lot of comparisons to Troy Polamalu, and it's not just because of his hair. He came up with he had his first career pick 6 last week. So even coming off a short week for the 49ers, I just think that the 49ers offense are going to continue to gain momentum after their win against the Rams, and the defense, I think, is just going to overwhelm us. Into making mistakes with his limit his accuracy. So I'm going to predict 24-13 the Rams. There are some key injuries. I'm going to go over that one more time for both teams. San Francisco 49ers, they've got Colton McKivitz out or questionable. Eric Armstead, he's questionable. And then apparently Trent Williams is out. As of right now for us, Stanley Thomas Oliver is questionable. Andrew Parchman is questionable. Laviska Shenault is questionable. Jeremy Chin is questionable. Apparently Duke Dawson's questionable. Jacob Tuati Mariner is questionable. I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. Those aren't really the big big injuries for us really right now, like I said. But for the Carolina Panthers, the big injuries who did not practice today, as of right now, what I know of is Laviska Shenault, hamstring out. Like I said, Stanley Thomas Oliver, thigh, he's out. Xavier Woods, hamstring, he's questionable. Steven Sullivan, back, he's out. These are guys that did not practice. Then limited was Frankie Louvu, his shoulder, he's questionable. And then full practice, Marquise Haynes, Shaq Thompson, both knee injuries. Haynes is questionable. For Shaq Thompson, there's no game status. So I think the big key matchups are going to be obviously this Panthers offensive line versus the 49ers defensive line. I think for us to pull an upset, though, I think we'll have to protect and block against. Well, obviously, we're going to be blocking up against one of the best defenses in the league. The 49ers defense, like I said, is tied for second most in the league with 15. And Nick Bosa leads the NFL with 6 sacks through 4 games. We worked to improve that offensive line. We got Akeem Ekwonu. We added Bradley Bozeman in the free agency. Mayfield is still one of the 10 most quarterbacks in the league, though. Matthew Stafford was sacked 7 times this past Monday, which, these are the kind of sacks that don't only ruin plays, but can kill drives. So I think the Panthers better have a good game plan for blocking up front. Now, the 49ers get run game versus the Panthers defense. The 49ers and Kyle Shanahan we all know they have long been known for their run game. And Shanahan is very innovative with the run attack. So, though they had an injury at running back with Elijah Moore, which he's initially hurt, which they think that a lot of people thought that was going to hurt their season. But, they're still finally executing a good run game. The 49ers had both a 32 rushing yard touchdown last week with Jeff Wilson and then a 57-yard breaking catch run from Deebo Samuel. So though Samuel's touchdown was on a catch not run, the 49ers often use him in the backfield very often. So I think this matchup on paper, though, definitely favors the 49ers. As the Panthers, we have the 8th worst rushing defense. We're allowing 134 yards per game. However, I think the Panthers have been doing I think they've been doing some extra tackling drills during practice after missing 18 tackles versus the Giants, which I hope they are. And week 2, which hopefully will help limit the 49ers gains. So as of right now, the depth chart for the offense on the San Francisco, right now their offense is Jimmy Garoppolo, running back, QB, obviously QB1. Then you got Jeff Wilson, backing him up as Marlon Mack as of right now. Then you got Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and Jawan Jenkins, and then, of course, George Kittle. And then for us, it's Baker Mayfield, Christian McCaffrey, Deontay Foreman, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Shai Smith, and Ian Thomas. So overall, this could be closer than what maybe a lot of people think. It might not be that close. A lot of people probably are thinking we're just going to get blown out. We'll see. I predict 24-13. I predict this game will be 24-13. So, anyways, I appreciate everybody coming to hang out with me on my lunch break. I'm actually going to hop off here and get ready for the gym. Appreciate everybody coming into the live stream. People are just coming in. You can also share this video live stream, guys. It always helps the content. Always share, pound the like button, comment, subscribe to the channel. All those things are you could do. Definitely help out a lot. And of course, it's free. So anyways, I appreciate everybody coming on the live stream. I'm gonna hop off. I was just coming on for my lunch break. I was gonna just record this and post it, but I just felt like going live. I like going live now since I've been doing it more. But if y'all want to see, if there's any other content y'all want to see or you want me to start making, please let me know. Comment on this live stream. Let me know if there's any content y'all want to hear, or if there's a live stream that you want to ever even be a part of, or if there's any topics you would love me to bring up. I'm always brainstorming. Love to hear y'all's thoughts. But anyways, make sure you pound that like button, subscribe to the channel, click that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any new live streams or videos. Also, go check me out on Instagram, Facebook. No, not Facebook. I always say Facebook. It's not Facebook. Go check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Right here, Roppstar _92_. Go check me out there. Also, today's video was sponsored by BetUSA.com. If you're a degenerate like me, you better sign up now because you get 125% bonus on your first deposit, and also use promo code Pantherology, and you will get some free money to bet with. So go check it out. Link is down in the description. Also, getting the super chat, that always helps. There's also super thanks down there as well. That always helps. Also, there's also, if you're feeling generous, there's another way you can help out the channel. And that's down in the description with the Cash App. So anyways, appreciate everybody coming. Make sure you pound this like button. If you guys are watching this, other than that, I'm going to hop off and get ready to go to the gym. I appreciate every one of y'all. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF. And as always, keep pounding.